Hey guys, welcome to my channel CA Web Consult. Today I'm going to record this video in English language so that everyone can understand. And if you find this video still interesting or this topic interesting, you can comment me back and I will record this video in Hindi also. So this video is basically, as you can see in the thumbnail, assessment under GST. So there are lots of sections in the assessment of GST, and nowadays assessment is very big issue as far as GST is concerned, because the 4 years of the GST has been lapsed, and now the officers and now the government want to check whether you filed your returns as per the provisions and rules framed by the government, or whether is there any discrepancy. Okay, so going to the section, this assessment is covered section 60, section 61, which is very important indeed, right? Section 62, right? And section 63 and section 64, correct? Now this is from section 60 to section 64, but today in this video I'll communicate or I'll discuss with you section 61 in detail. So let us discuss section 61. So this is the crux of the video. Take out your notebooks or pens if you need it. Okay, but I personally advise you take out your notebook and pens. So section 61 is, what is section 61? Section 61 deals and runs with rule 99, first of all, of CGST rules. In this case, proper officer will scrutinize your returns, what you filed in your returns, and he shall inform you any discrepancy noticed by him, right? If he found any discrepancy, let's for the sake of simplicity or for the example, in GSTR 1 you filed your turnover 1 lakh rupees and tax is 18,000, correct? You correctly reported in GSTR. However, while filing GSTR 3B, you filed it by 10,000 and 1800 tax. It's a typo error. It's a typo error only, and you filed your return, you submit your return, and you pay taxes 1800, and at that time your accountant or you are not aware of that you are filing wrong return. Now the officer scrutinizes the returns. GSTR 1 showing 18,000 tax liability and your GSTR 3B showing 1800 tax liability. So the officer will send you a notice, okay, under section 61. Done. This is about scrutiny of returns. Let's say vice versa example, your GSTR 1 showing something different figures and your 3B showing different. He will send you section 61 notice. On the sake of simplicity, I'll also tell you some more examples. Let's say your input tax credit under GSTR 3B is rupees 100 under IGST, 100 under CGST, 100 under IGST. However, your GSTR 2A appears to only 50, 50, 50, correct? So you are basically claiming extra 50, 50, 50. That means 150 rupees as ITC in your GSTR 3B as far as GSTR 2A is concerned. Now, Rule 36(4) comes into picture, and officer will tell you that you are claiming more than your 2A. So he will issue notice under section 61. This may be the example. Or there are lots of examples. Though this example of ITC we are facing for our lots of clients, that your 1 and 3B not matching, your ITC in GSTR 3B and 1 is not matching. This is about section 61 notice. Basically, return discrepancy, section 61 only. How they would send you notice? Write down this. They will send you notice under GST ASMT 10. ASMT is short form of assessment. Okay, so they will send you the form GST ASMT 10. Under that, they will discuss or they will mark you that for which period your return is discrepancy, by what amount, and on what grounds we will serve you this notice, because they will say that on the pursuit of your returns for the month of September 2021, we found that your GSTR 3B showing this amount and your GSTR 1 is showing this amount. Kindly rectify or kindly give us the reasons or give us the reconciliations of this discrepancy. So you need to reply. But before replying, let's check the notice is valid or not. How would you check the notice is valid or not? First of all, the notice would be valid and would be issued only by the officer whose jurisdiction is over you. Let's say your jurisdiction is under central government, and you are receiving notice from state government. This will not be acceptable. You need not to reply. However, when assessee or taxpayer receives the notice from the department, he let's say he shuttered and he want to close the matter ASAP, and he replies in rush and replies to anyone who is serving the notice without checking whether the officer issuing the notice having jurisdiction or not. So this would be the legal challenge. We as an advocate, we as a chartered accountant, we always study, we always scrutinize what the notice is, right? Next, now read the, let's say your notice is valid, so read the notice thoroughly, not once, twice. Read each and every word, how the allegation of misrepresenting or mismatching of your data with your returns, is this true or not? Fetch your details from the portal and your reconciliations, and then sit to draft a reply. Now, drafting a reply is a technique we'll discuss later, later, and you can contact me for that also. I'll provide my email ID in my description box. Now, the drafting would be in simple language. You should quote the law language, law section in italics. What we suggest is, this is our suggestion only, okay? And do not try to confuse the officer. Try to give your letter as simple as, like you are teaching to somebody, or you are teaching to your junior, or you are teaching to 10th standard or 12th standard kid, and he want to know each and every word. So just frame your drafting like this, okay? Presentations would be good, margins, bullet points would be there, highlighters would be there, and try to use bullet points instead of paragraphs. This is basic presentation techniques, okay? And if the allegations are, let's say 10-20 allegations are there, and your draft replies more than 2 or 3 pages, so you must highlight or summarize in the front of the letter that these are the allegations, this is the reply, okay? Now coming back to the section and coming back to the section 61. So they will issue this notice under ASMT 10, okay? Now what you need to do is, you have to reply, right? You have to reply within 30 days under GST ASMT 10. You have to reply in GST. Look, the notice would be served on you in hard and in soft also. You need to check your portal. You need to reply on the portal. Draft a reply. Make a printout, sign and deposit. This is hard deposition. And draft a reply. Make it in the PDF and then upload on the portal along with your, if any other thing you want to tell to the officer that this would be my present submission. What we did is, in the comment column we write, please find our reply in the PDF attached or enclosed, and our PDF is there, right? This PDF is equivalent to your hard submission. Do not deviate the any facts or anything, correct? So you need to reply in GST ASMT 12 within 30 days from the service of the notice, correct? Now, how department will react on your reply? They will react, proper officer or your officer will react in 2 ways. First, if he or she is satisfied with your reply that your reconciliations are okay, and you are doing this, or this gap is due to this, any adjustment of last year, any adjustment of next year, any reconciliation, anything, you can say anything inadvertently missing and you claimed in the next month, anything, right? Let's say in my example, you are claiming excess 150 rupees as ITC. Maybe this ITC is for the last year 2021 and this month is last month. For claiming the ITC of last year, you have to make RICO. In my first example, GSTR 1 is showing 18,000 liability or GSTR 3B showing 1800 liability. You rectified your GSTR 3B next month. by paying differential amount with interest. So you need to reply, and if he is satisfied, he will reply you in GST ASMT 12, the form. That means the assessment is closed. You are free of now as far as that period that concern is concerned are highlighted. Now, if he is not satisfied, then he will send you intimation. Or in simple language, he will send you show cause notice. He will determine the liability himself, and he will send you show cause notice under section 65, which is departmental audit, right? So he will send you the notice that we will inspect your data thoroughly, not of this period, and please produce the documents. Departmental audits are started. Department are approaching to the taxpayers that show your details. It is as equal as service tax. If you are aware of the service tax, in service tax there are 3-4 years service tax audits by the department. They will come to your premises and scrutinize all the details. Same conditions and same theory is follows under section 65. Department will come and check your details. Okay, so they will send you a show cause of departmental audit. Okay, or they will send you show cause for special audit under section 66. This may be hard, or this may be some harsh by the department as far as section 65 is concerned. Basically, section 65 is basic general audit, and section 66 special audit. They will deep dive in your details more than section 65. So try not to engage in this section. Okay, next, section 67, search and seizure, or in a simple language, investigation. This is more harsh than section 66. They will inspect each and everything of each and every transaction generally, and sometimes they will go beyond your premises, and they will go to your vendors or your sellers, right, your customers. If they are business entities, let's say your vendors are also business entity, obviously, and your customers are not retail customers. These are our business houses. So sometimes they will go beyond that also, or they will go to them also to check their transaction. So sometimes in they also you can say that they'll also grip in the department or on the radar of the department on the basis of your investigation. So this is even harder than section 66. This is section 67. And now section 73 and 74. Section 73 and 4 is determination of tax. 73 is innocent or determination of tax. Sometimes you missed the fact bona fidely and you serve show cause notice, you pay taxes and then free. And section 74, you take the benefit of the law and you malified conceal the tax. Let's say, for example, fake invoices covered under section 64. You will serve notice. You have to pay hefty penalties and taxes to the department if proven. Correct? Or they will issue with interest and tax. They will issue show cause notice. Correct? So basically, the short summary is department will issue GST ASMT 10, then ASMT 11 for your reply, then ASMT 12 for his reply if he's satisfied, and if he's not satisfied, he will serve you section 65, 66, 67, 63, 73, 74, not 63, okay, and show cause notice, and you have to reply on them thoroughly, and this will cover under separate topic. So this is all about section 61. Read with rule 99. The forms are written in the rule 99 and the concept are written in section 61. So this is about assessment. As I told you, other sections of investments are not very confusing. You just go through plain reading and you will enjoy the reading. And there are only forms and communication by the department. This is going to be important because we received more than 100 or 200 notices under section 61 from in last 1.5 years. So let's assume how the department is basically you can say how department want to collect the taxes from the taxpayers whose returns are not mismatching or whose returns are mismatching. Sometimes you find that this is very this is very harassing because we are doing as per the law. We are claiming ITC of last year, and this we have need to involve in the reports and replies. We have to engage any accountant in this, but this is the part and parcel of the departmental work. Okay, so just relax and prepare your reconciliations. That's it. Thank you very much for watching this video. As I told you in my first part of the video, that if you like the video, if you like the content, you will comment me. I'll prepare this video in Hindi also. Thank you very much for watching the video. Tata, bye bye.